Finnish Spitz are primitive dogs, and one of the things that means is they are very responsive to food. So I know whenever I was trying to teach Tippy a new trick, Minnie not so much, because Minnie has sort of learned just by association with Tippy, but we would use some treats fairly sparingly, but we'd use some freeze-dried liver or something, giving them a tiny bit when they did whatever it was that we asked them to do, and they seem to be very responsive to that. Which doesn't mean that every time you're trying to teach your dog something you need to bribe the dog with treats, but what it does mean is you can use the treats fairly effectively to help you bond a little bit better with your dog. These dogs are also very sensitive. Tippy is just sort of laying around in the yard today. It's quite a hot day here in Canada. When we first got Tippy, I was sitting beside him and I was trying to pick something up and my hand slipped, and Tippy inadvertently got hit in the face with my hand as I yanked my hand back. He was so upset that he walked about 3 feet away from me and threw up all over the floor. So that gives you a sense of how emotionally sensitive these dogs are, and anyone who owns them really needs to understand that, and you'll have a much happier dog, and you'll have a much happier owner. Just some general thoughts about training Finnish Spitzes. These dogs are very smart. They're very sensitive. They do not respond to the typical, almost military-style training that other dogs will respond to. These dogs are what are called primitive dogs. They're much closer in the evolutionary chain to wolves, to wild animals, than they are to a very domesticated dog. Obviously, they are a domesticated breed. They aren't wolves, but they are what's called a primitive dog. It means they respond to different things. They don't respond to you yelling at them. They can get quite upset if you do speak with them harshly or you're chronically yelling at them. They're much more responsive to someone training them with a fairly quiet voice, but that is making it clear what they would like the dog to do. Another thing to keep in mind with Finnish Spitz is they're very smart. They have a very good sense of humor. They would really be what's described as bratty dogs. So if they're bored, they're going to come in and snatch something of yours and rush away with it to try to get your attention. And you have to understand that this is part of their temperament. It's not a bad behavior. It's just the dog showing their personality, and that they are looking maybe for some more interaction with you. Finnish Spitz aren't perfect. They will respond to the tone of your voice if they're doing something you don't want them to do. Like my guy right now, who happens to be in my garden. Tippy, get out. Go on, get out. Here, Tippy's just responding to simple hand signals and the tone of my voice. Good boy. Good, get out of the garden. Good boy. Whenever he does something you've asked him to do, try to make sure to tell him he's a good boy or a good girl, and repeat what it is you told him to do. One thing that's great about the Finnish Spitz is that they are in tune with what the owner is doing. So for example, if the owner is being very physically active and running around, you're going to see that same behavior in the dog. Conversely, if you're in the house and you're relaxing, chances are your Finnish Spitz is going to find somewhere near you, possibly not on you, depending on the dog. Minnie likes to lay on us more than Tippy does. But they're very much a companion. They want to be in the same room, not necessarily touching you, but they want to be doing whatever it is you're doing. And if you're resting, chances are your dogs will be resting as well. Finnish Spitz are very inquisitive. This is Tippy investigating our shed. Formerly the shed had one occupant, a mouse, which is no more. Finnish Spitz, our Finnish Spitz anyway, are quite excellent rodent hunters. And I guess Tippy's getting bored with me and walking off. One thing that can help when training your Finnish Spitz is to help them understand the two sides of what you're asking them to do. For example, it's a good thing to teach them the word quiet. Minnie, sit. Oh, good girl. There you go. Tippy, sit. Good boy. So they understand that sit means, hey, sit down again. Give me a break. All right. They understand sit. They also understand the opposite of sit, which is up. Good boy. And here we have Minnie attempting to steal the liver treat. All right, you went up, so you're all right. Go up. All right. The other thing is when you're teaching them to be quiet, and when you're teaching them commands, I try to teach them also an alternative hand signal. So in the event your dog, as it's aging, loses its hearing, it's not totally confused and it already has a secondary communication system that you've given it. In the case of being quiet, at the same time we taught them to speak, so they understand that they can turn it on and off. All right, where are the dogs? All right, come here. Come here. Sit. Hey, you too, Big Red. Sit. Okay, now the dogs have said stop. Good girl. All right, speak. Good boy. Minnie, speak. Oh, good dogs. Speak. Speak. Okay, quiet. Quiet. Good quiet. Good dogs. Oh, you dogs are just video stars. All right. We'll give one more little treat for that impressive display. And let's see if Tippy can do one of his old tricks. Tippy, lay down. Oh, good dogs. Tippy, play dead. Tippy, hey, lay down. Play dead. Play dead. Play dead. Oh, you don't want to roll over because Minnie's there, right? Lay down. All right. All right. You dogs are doing a pretty good job for all the distractions. Can I help you, Tippy? Is there something that you want? Tippy, speak. Good boy. Speak. Speak. Good boy. Quiet. Quiet. Lay down. Good boy. Up. Oh, who's a most excellent boy? Okay, you can lay down too. Lay down. Good dogs. All right, Tippy, who's a good boy? Tippy, lay down. Good boy. No, you're so silly. Tippy, play dead. Play dead. All right. Tippy, play dead. Okay, no dogs playing dead today.